round, the Orianna going to be taken away from Humanoid. I really like that respect. I think Humanoid's been playing exceptionally well so far this series. Both his Talia and Orianna have been strong, so making sure that he is not on that level of comfort is a good idea. Speaking of comfort, no Corki for...
Soak up a lot of the wave.
Why this Scion is so incredibly powerful as he does charge up the Q. That is going to be the go button, and there is first blood going over to Paze. And he just melted. Only level 1 here for the Scion. Now just trying to take at least the cannon. Will be able to get it.
He's getting a lot of... For those that didn't get to watch the finals, Broken Blade did this exact thing against Fnatic, where the Scion just kept getting dived. It was Fnatic diving the Scion. Oscar's very familiar with this.
Yeah. Level 2 now, but he's still so incredibly squishy. The flash has to come out here from Canyon. As this double is not the greatest, as finally they'll be able to take him down. It was an execute onto Lehens. And so still not on the board yet for Fnatic, but Oscar is to stay out of the way, avoid death, even though we saw that burst damage was absolutely massive. There's a flash from Jun though, immediate cleanse from Paze, just to stop that slow from coming on through. And yeah, the bubble is now down, and Paze should be taken out. That is a shutdown onto Noah, and Fnatic holds himself a decent
This looks like
CS
a dive
advantage.
to me, boys.
Oh yeah. 4 versus 2 here, but Noah taking too much, and he will be taken out. Paze answered as well, but a 1-for-1 is not what Fnatic were looking for still. Lehens should be taken out here, and it's a double kill for Humanoid. Exactly where they want.
Needs to get a base in soon as Canyon hovering around bot.
That's a flash onto Noah, the tidal wave to layer the CC, and Lehens bubbles him to death. Canyon tanks up the turret for a little longer than...
Confidence from Canyon there, knows that Noah doesn't have his flash because of the earlier mishaps. Chovy!
Take your Dragon for a walk, and Chovy's gonna be wiped out. Razov's the one that picks up the kill. And now Paze in a bit of trouble himself, although it is just Jun. And now looking for a little bit more. The culling is going to come on through, and even with the barrier, that is not going to do it. Lehens, stop!
No,
we know that, yeah.
Lehens accidentally takes it. Oh, Humanoid doesn't have his flash.
Yeah, Keen coming down once again. The Contempt coming on through as now Humanoid trying to run his way out. Does try to be a little bit tricky, but they found the right one, and that is going to be the kill going over to the Vayne.
The full grubs, I don't know if that alone is enough as Arrow.
It is just going to hit him. He just walked into it. There are still minions here available, though, and he just dashes out of the way. Great ulti from Oscar, though, and Humanoid gets in there, takes down the Lucian, and that is a killing spree now for Humanoid, or at least close to, as Lehens has to tidal wave, and is now looking to try and speed himself up with the Tidecaller's blessing. No flash available, though, now, and it's going to be another one. Shut down.
Lehens going down, and now the return gank from Genji.
Yep, Razov just trying to stop Canyon from getting down here, but Keen, he wants it. Oscar might be able to get out, but Razov gonna have to die for his sins, as it turns out. That's gonna be Keen grabbing that kill with the empowered tumble auto attack, and they'll take a dragon as well off the back end. We'll get to find out which soul we're gonna get this game.
Razok, I think he was hoping to buy enough time for Oscar Renin to be able to TP back into the fight. Unfortunately for him, there wasn't enough Lehens.
Oh my god, okay, he just pops like a balloon. That is Chains of Corruption, but a great Captain Jack here from Paze, as he does manage to get out of the way of the piercing arrow as well. The flash forward from Humanoid, not quite able to get the kill yet. He misses the chain, and they go 1-for-1. And now the skies are descending onto Noah once more. He'll be taken out also, and now it's Chovy just flying towards Jun, who is going to be swept up. And now the dragon is becoming a problem again.
Bone to pick with you, and he is just out for blood as he looks to try and kill this fish.
That's a really good game plan against Lehens.
Yeah, and that is a great interruption, but the ulti comes down. Chovy doesn't even look at the explosions, but now Humanoid finds the backline once again. The chains will connect, and he will grab the execution, but he's going to have to sacrifice himself forward. And now Chovy going to get knocked up on the back end. I thought maybe it'd be his moment, but now Keen making his way in. The Condemn into the wall. The Xin Zhao's dead, and I think Keen may just be able to wipe the rest of this one. Double 80 carries chasing after the Scion, but with the turret still up, he is going to...
That's a little bit silly as we see Humanoid maybe in trouble.
Yeah, continuing to get silly, but Razok is going to be here. Humanoid just going to turn it, and they just wipe out Keen. Still, Canyon's pretty dangerous, but now it's Oscar turning up, and this is 1 versus 3. I don't think that you're going to take that one, Canyon. The chain, he just takes Bristle for a walk, and Humanoid talking to Coach Kim and saying just like, They look like they're having fun. Like, can we do that too? Like, are we allowed to do that? Well, I guess the answer is yes, as Keen gonna take down Humanoid. This guy's descend onto Razork, and he is just in a blender. The double bubble was almost there, but the flashes going to come through here from both of the archers on the side of Fnatic.
These kills, the farm just hasn't been there for him.
Oh dear. Oscar, well, he's very, very tanky. Good sidestep on the bubble there as well. Now, he's just looking for the opportunity. Lahan's going to spend some time in the sky, and the piercing arrow going to take him out.
To see if they can gain control.
Yeah, that mid turret actually absolutely massive as well. Gives Humanoid so much more space to play with. As Jun is going to dive into the Herald and then really does not want to do that. The ulti comes down once again from Chovy. Knocks up two, but Razork now going to try and go for the counter engage. Humanoid gets in amongst it as well, as Keen is his target, and he can understand why. The culling just softens up everyone though, and now Fnatic has to get out. That burst damage, just absurd. And the flash forward from FaZe, he does not want to be executed, and he will not, because Humanoid is now dead. Noah suffering the same fate. Keen just doing some vain things here in the middle of the team fight, and Noah is actually going to survive.
That's a 1-for-1. Razork on the flank, I think he can't go for that engage. The drag
counteract the arrow with his forehead, and it didn't quite work out.
Somehow Noah has a bounty.
All right, well, there's another ulti to connect.
And there
Noah
it goes.
is very dead. That bounty that you were talking about immediately collected.
So glad you spotted it, Vanny. Otherwise you might not have known.
And now Chovy once again breathing, but Humanoid wants to stop that. He's going to have to get out of there, though. Good crescent guard from Razork to keep his distance from Gen G. But they are still bearing down on them. And now Keen's running amok. Once again, he gets into position, but the chain is fantastic. They've got too many threats, though, and it's now FaZe that dives on. Manages to kill both of the solo laners. And I think that should be Baron here for Gen G.
A convincing team fight with Fnatic having no answers. I mean that Gen G is poised to sweep backs against the wall.
It has certainly been the big story for me in this series has been the fact that FaZe has stepped up so much in comparison to his previous domestic performances. But now, speaking of stepping up, that is not what you want to be doing as Oscar in, and he is going to be taken out here by Chovy. Another kill under his belt, and the skies descend onto Fnatic once again. Razork going to be taken down exceptionally low. The turret will now be taken in the mid lane as Keen is just getting things done. That should be the execution, and Humanoid's able to take down Canyon, but he's sacrificing himself for it. The 1-for-1. They might be okay with it. I guess they're going to take something, but I think, yeah, Keen is just taking names and turrets all across this map. He just presses up on Nico's stealth, and he just wipes the floor with them. Both the mid inhibitor and the bot inhibitor will be taken down, and this should be the series here for Gen G in this moment, as they're looking to move further forward in the upper bracket here at MSI. The LCK first seed proving they look like exactly that.
A dominant game 3 from Gen G as they cement themselves as one of the favorites for MSI. A messy game too, admittedly, but game